guys, Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here today to share with you something really cool that you can do inside of Canva. But first, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. I'd love to do another video covering exactly the question that you have. So let's get into it. So let's talk about some keyboard shortcuts that you can have inside of Canva. All right. With this page, and I will show you my keyboard, I am going to show you some magic. Okay, so the letters, these are just like pure keyboard shortcuts. You do not have to click Command or Control. You don't have to click Alt or Shift, nothing. There's plenty of different things that you can use with commands and other kinds of like, you know, your typical copy and paste and add a link, blah, blah, blah. Those things are fine. But inside of Canva, there's also some really cool things that you can do with just your keyboard. And I discovered this, like I said, I'm a big fan of like experimenting and playing around with things and having fun and seeing what happens. I leaned on my keyboard and a line popped up. And then I went through and I kept pressing all of the different buttons on my keyboard to see what else came up. So what you need to remember is CTRL. CTRL. Now, I know the irony is that I said that you don't need to press CTRL, Control. Yeah, you get it? So I thought it was really, really funny. So you don't need to press Control, but the letters that you use on your keyboard as hotkey shortcuts are CTRL. Observe, if I press the letter C, a circle appears with just one click. So I don't need to go through and actually search for any kind of an element. The next thing that you do is pressing T. You don't have to press these in this order, by the way. It just happens to be that CTRL, Control, is a really funny acronym. It's not funny. It's just ironic. Okay, so next one is T. It adds a text box. It will automatically, by the way, if you set up, when you set up your brand kit inside of styles, which is something that you have access to through Canva Pro, another reason that I adore it. When you set up your brand kit, it will automatically set up your font when you hit T, or like when you go to add a text. Whoops, scrolling back up to the top. When you go to add a text, it will be inside of that brand kit. If I wanted to change it to a different brand kit, it would add a different kind of font. But where did it go? Is that one it? No. Ugh. Where's my untitled? There it is. So that's the one that we're going to use. So anyway, so that's T, is it automatically brings up a text box. No need to go over there. No need to add anything. Okay, next thing is R. And it adds, it's a square, but it's a rectangle. And this is another cool thing because usually, or not usually, but in the past, you've had to go through and find your rectangle and find the right one that works and find one that doesn't have set parameters that you have to choose. So now you're not stuck and you're not trapped by just finding boxes that have these things at the top. Like you can make this wider or narrow or whatever just by hitting the R button. And then the next one is L, and it adds a line. Lines are really cool inside of Canva for a myriad of reasons, but I'm going to put my keyboard down now because I don't have anything else really cool on the keyboard to show you yet. But inside of Canva, what you can do with your lines is you can customize them with the dots. You can make them dashed, smaller dashes. You can make them wider dashes. You can keep it that way. You can make the line weight. Here, I'll show you this guy. You can make the line weight very, very thin. And now you can, if we zoom in a little bit more, we can see those kinds of like details. You can change the color of your lines. You can, of course, go back into elements and just search for the lines themselves individually. But having this ability to hit the letter L and a line just appears helps an awful lot. Plus, you can, like I said earlier in a different part of the video, you can add different endpoints. Let's make this, we're going to make the line weight a little bit bigger so that you can actually see what it is that I'm doing. And you can drag it in any direction you want. If you have, let's see, we're just going to, there we go. Why not, apparently? If we wanted to, I could take this guy, add it here, and now wherever I move my heart, this line is going to follow. You could change it, by the way, from if you don't want it there, you could add it here. You could move it to the middle if you wanted. But ta-da! So those are some keyboard shortcuts. And if you are trying to figure out what else you can do with your keyboard, another cool thing that you can do is, we're just going to move this, is to do, and this isn't like a shortcut, but we've talked about grouping. So you can click on the group button, but if you're kind of, busy, busy like me, I say busy because I'm like, how hard is it to go up and click there? Sometimes it's hard, okay? So what you can do is hit Command and G, and it will group things together at the same time. Or in this case, if I want to ungroup them, I'm going to hit Command Shift G, and it will ungroup things. Now again, can you just hit the group button and the ungroup button? Of course you can. But that's just a really cool thing that I discovered accidentally on Canva. So, all right, guys, I hope that helped. Be sure to check out some more of the free Canva stuff that I have inside of the description below, and I will see you guys in the next videos.